Well, 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 what a surprise. Let me guess, the agency sent my old partner to deal with me. How cute. What? Don't tell me that they seriously think, what, that you're gonna convince me to come back? That I'd throw all my motives out of the window once I saw a familiar face? Did they tell you to remind me of the good old times? Or how great the agency is? How the citizens need me? Of course. How original. Surely they must have told you I was confused, too. Or that I'd been brainwashed, gotten taken down by some low-tier villain. How pretentious. To talk of brainwashing as if every single word uttered from their mouths wasn't propaganda. But of course, you haven't realized that yet, huh? You know, I thought I trained you better than that. You don't know, do you? I suppose I do kind of owe you an explanation after just disappearing for months without a word. I hoped you wouldn't worry too much, and I really just didn't want you to get pulled into this. Yeah, well, you see, when I left the agency, I did so with no intention of ever coming back. I didn't know what I was going to do with myself, but eventually, I ended up working in the Underground Network, an association of gifted, well, powered individuals, fed up with the way things are being handled around here. Do you remember that villain that we fought last summer? When you got knocked out and I decided to drag you out here rather than take care of him? I met him again. We talked for a while. Eventually, well, he made me a deal. One that even the agency wouldn't be able to beat. He saw how much I actually cared about my people, about you. You don't know what happened at the agency, do you? You poor little thing. You must be so confused about all that's going on. You see, well, I had a falling out with one of the higher ups for multiple reasons that don't really matter right now. But, well, no, it actually does matter. I mean, it was about you. See, I was worried about them, sending you on missions alone since you're still new to the whole hero business. Of course, I know you'd be able to handle and defend yourself, but that still didn't alleviate my fears. I asked them to send more experienced heroes to assist the newbies and take care of them, but my pleas were refused, and they fell on empty ears. They said once the training was over, you'd have to deal with it yourself. And if you're not strong enough to get by on your own, well, let's just say they weren't too nice about it. They don't care about what happens to the younger heroes. Survival of the fittest to strengthen the hero society. It's absolute bullshit. That was last year. You must have been wondering why I still kept showing up on your missions, even when you were sent to go alone. Well, I was worried about you. I wanted to make sure you would stay alive, and that's when they started pestering me about it, telling me I should just let it go, that we'd be a team. But I was too valuable to be sent on these missions with you. I was too valuable to protect you. That didn't sit right with me. I care about you a lot, and to think that they would look at you that way, I didn't know what I was going to do in that moment, but I knew I couldn't stay with them. I knew something had to be done. Then I snapped. I don't care about protecting politicians. I care about protecting you. Protecting the city. They were using you. These villains are so much more dangerous than they lead you to believe. And I wish I didn't know the rate of newbie deaths in the agency, but I do. And I was terrified of you just becoming another statistic. One of those numbers. Someone whose mortuary ends up on the back page of some newspaper, dead in some alleyway, you know? I didn't want you to just be swept under the rug as collateral damage in the war on crime. Another hero's death covered up. Because otherwise, nobody would want to join the agency anymore. Eventually, I threatened to release the statistics to warn new heroes of the dangers this job, and especially the agency, comes with. I know that every hero who steps into their costume, every hero who gets their power and decides to use it for good, I know that they know what they signed up for, that they're giving it all, you know? And it's just that I want the agency to stop looking at all of you heroes, especially the newbies, like they're not people, like they're a commodity. I wanted to force them to protect all of you better. Instead, they hired one of the other heroes to get rid of me. Isn't that just ironic? A hero agency killing another hero for wanting to protect people. I mean, I was lucky to survive. And I knew at that point I had to disappear. Otherwise, I would have contacted you. I would have warned you, at the very least. Told you where I was going and not to worry about me, but I couldn't. I knew they were watching you. They expected me to come to you. And surely they wanted to know whether you were aware of the situation. That's why I stayed away all this time, and now... And now that you've heard everything, they probably won't just let you go back to living your life as before. I'm sorry that I've pushed this burden on you. Nobody should have to bear the weight of corruption. You weren't sent to me to make me join the heroes again. And they want both of us, delivering our heads to them on a silver platter. They want me to fight you, and they want you to kill me. They were counting on me being emotional enough to follow you blindly. Counting on me wanting to be so desperately with you that I'd forget about the danger. And if this entire thing hadn't been about you and your safety to begin with, I would have fallen for it in a heartbeat. When I was the kid, I used to love the idea of being a hero. Admired by people, admired by everyone, and always there to help the public, to protect my city, my family. I never even considered how much politics plays into this role. I just wanted to help. I wanted to be seen to inspire. I wanted to strike fear into the hearts of criminals, let everyone who sees my signal bask in its glow, and know that when they creep towards a shadow, when they think about doing something, I'll be there to stop them. I wanted to be the symbol for peace, the symbol for hope. I wanted to be that poster the little kid looks up to and smiles brightly at in their room, the one who motivates them to be kind to others. I wanted to make a change in the world. Instead, I was turned into a marketable, profitable bodyguard in a costume. I was forced to babysit old, useless politicians who used their money to destroy everything good I've ever worked for in my life. Everything I know you believe in as well. I couldn't keep living like that. not with my conscience still intact. My choice was either to just let it go and live the rest of my life as a corrupt killer and protector of the dirty gatekeepers, or to turn my back on living as a hero forever. Ironic, isn't it? Me, a former hero. No, branded a villain by the definition of the agency, fighting for a better world. I still want to protect my people. But now I found a way I can actually do that. I'm not a hero and I'm not a villain. I am an anti-hero. Still, it wouldn't feel right without you, by my side, as my partner. I don't think I could fight for truth and justice. I don't think I could fight for anything while it's having to worry about you being slaughtered off by the fucking agency. And I know this is a big ask. I know what it's gonna take for you to turn your back on those people. Because I had to do it. But I'm hoping beyond hope that you and me can do this once again. For justice, hand in hand, side by side, we can make this forsaken world a better place, and nobody would ever be able to stop us. They team us up for a reason, after all. We're complementary, canceling out each other's weaknesses and blind spots. Standing against us wasn't their first mistake, but it definitely will be their last. And if we do it right, then we can root out this corruption and evil that plagues our world. So, I have to ask you, are you gonna bring me in? Or are you gonna try and actually be a hero with me? Are you up for another round, partner? Hello everybody, my name is the Man of Culture. If you like this video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, consider donating as it funds the channel and everything I do, and it's very helpful. Also, go check out my Patreon. It's filled with lots of deliciously spicy content for all my lovely viewers. And, guys, I got merch. What are you doing? Slap on a hoodie, slap on a hat, you know? It's very, very nice. They're very comfortable. One of my viewers messaged me that they actually slept in it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I guess it's warm and nice. Yeah, groovy. Okay, I like that. And, you know, join my membership. It's a $1.99 a month, and you get access to a bunch of cool custom emotes and stuff that you can use in streams and chats and stuff. You want to stick out a little bit more, you know. You know, that's really cool. So, make sure to go check that out. And finally, I want to give a big shout out to our loyal Tier 3 Patreon subscribers. Thank you to Castiel, ace.cries, and Star Espersen. You guys have all been so lovely and amazing, and I hope you all continue to support the channel, because without you and without everyone, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. I love you guys. I guess I'll see you in tomorrow's upload.